Hey Mark,
Hi.
how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thanks. Just wanted to ask you, what drew you to this particular movie? What drew you to Broken City?
The material. The script was fantastic. It was on the Blacklist, which is the best unproduced screenplays in Hollywood, and it just reminded me of the movies that my dad introduced me to as a kid. Great character-driven movies that are really strong when it comes to character and story, and that's why we got the talent that we did. They were all attracted to the material and the juicy roles that they got to play.
And speaking of that, can you talk about the dynamics between your character, Billy Taggart, and the mayor, Russell Crowe?
Yeah, we both have a lot of issues. We both have a moral dilemma, but I'm willing to face mine and try to redeem myself. And the mayor recruits me to investigate his wife, who he thinks is having an affair. And when I start to investigate her, I start to unravel all this corruption. I decide, you know what? I'm going to go after the mayor. I'm going to do the right thing, even if it means risking losing my own freedom.
Now, Billy, he comes from a sort of broken life. Like, what are some of the challenges that he faces and
Oh God,
overcomes them?
he's got a lot of issues. First of all, there was a huge miscarriage of justice, so he decides to take the law into his own hands, and he's got a huge guilt because of that. He's also in a relationship with a woman that's out of his league, and they were brought together through a tragedy. So it's not really a pure, happy relationship. And then he's got a lot of demons.
Yeah, yeah.
He's given up alcohol to try to do the right thing, but once he's faced with the reality, it all starts to unravel, and it
Piece
gets
together.
pretty ugly.
Real quickly, talk about your relationship with Alan Hughes, the director.
Alan's fantastic. We're both the same age. We both come from the same kind of old school
Seems like a
background.
fun guy.
Yeah, and you know what? We raised the money independently, so it was just him and I on the set creatively doing our thing. We didn't have anybody to tell us what to do or not to do.
Now, with
And
this being his first film away from his brother, does that make a difference for him, you feel like?
you know what? I never saw him and his brother in a working relationship, so it was just, to me, it was very normal. You'd have to ask him that.
Great.
Thank you. But
Thank
I
you so
know a
much
lot
for
of
your time.
people have asked him that
Yeah,
question.
thank you.